Grabbing on my crotch, looking at my watch. It's time for the John and Ant Show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the John and Ant Show. I'm John.
And this is Ant.
And Rob not here today. We'll be here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Which is a shame because after last night's show, he could have spent the whole 2 hours bragging about some of his picks.
Well, give him a round of applause. His picks were almost dead on last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of our picks, except for Chamber, were dead on.
Right.
I wanted Punk to win. Unfortunately, he didn't, but I kind of figured that.
Right.
And we'll get to that more later on.
Well, there was another match that... we'll get to that later on.
We'll get to that much later, but Elimination Chamber was last night. Was it a good pay-per-view? Was it good? Was it a good pay-per-view ending it on the way to WrestleMania?
Yeah, I thought it was good enough. I'm very shocked that the reaction towards it...
The crowd was dead.
The crowd was. For the entrances, you didn't get those big pops. You did get some chants every now and then. You got the Feed Me More chant. But in terms of the crowd itself, Rob was joking that they must still be underwater.
Oh, come on, it's bad.
Due to the
There goes our New Orleans subscribers.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's Rob. It's not. It has nothing to do with us. That was his joke.
It was his joke, but it's joking aside. But
I thought it was good enough. I'm very surprised at the hostile reaction towards it. I thought there were a few gems in there. It could have been worse. You look at what could have happened to Shield.
Correct.
You could have had Mark Henry win the Elimination Chamber.
Thank God that didn't happen.
And go have another 7 weeks of him destroying everything before he loses at WrestleMania.
Yay.
So. Yeah, right? That's exactly the reaction.
That is. Miz, no reaction again. Sheamus, no reaction again.
Yeah, that's what I said last show. I said, what?
We'll get more into that as we talk about the card. But there was a pre-show. Sandow and Rose versus Tensai and Clay. You couldn't get it on your... You couldn't find it.
I couldn't find the pre-show.
I found it okay. Tensai and Clay, I guess they are... It could work. It can work. I see it. I know now they're doing more backstage stuff with them.
Yeah.
Last night's promo was a little
Oh, with the toys, right?
Yeah, it could have been better. Tensai has to keep doing the shovel.
That's all.
And the sprinkler.
And he added the sprinkler in there, too.
Yes,
I was very impressed. I did get a chance to see part of the match after it was uploaded completely. I paid more attention to the celebration dance.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Also, I'm very disappointed that in terms of those new wrestling toys that there is no Tensai.
Yeah, there is.
Because that's the one I would have bought, obviously. So.
Really, but they're really getting on that gimmick. What's attached on your face? Probably some Japanese sushi menu or something. So, yeah.
Yeah, he said it was supposed to be like something of, I forget what he said, like honor or like a warrior or something. But then he said, with my luck, it probably means it's probably a sushi menu.
Yeah, right. So obviously...
This gimmick is now being buried.
Yes.
Well, it has been, actually.
It has been. So everyone saw it.
He himself was being buried.
Yes.
Not necessarily the gimmick. Now the gimmick is being buried.
Well, once you lose to Cena, you get buried anyway. So, like I said, WWE's in love with Cena. I don't know why.
Well, he makes him a lot of money.
He does make him a lot of money, but do you really have to blankety blank blank,
What?
Blankety blank blank.
I don't know what that means. But, okay.
You have to blank blank blank.
Are those supposed to
Sucking up.
Oh, okay. What's wrong with that?
Oh, that's, I was going to go for something else, but...
Ah, okay.
There you go. Now you finally got it. I can't say it on this.
Alright, well,
there you go.
Let's get on to the pay-per-view itself.
Well, I am disappointed that Cody Rhodes and Sandow are getting treated like crap. That I could say on there.
No, I am too. I was saying to myself, I like the premise of Rhodes Scholars, but I would prefer if they got to go their separate ways, pursue a singles career. But, all they do is lose in their singles career now.
I know.
So,
it's amazing.
Maybe they should just stay in tag team and lose together.
Yeah. Just, I'm surprised
and this was a one-night only thing, apparently.
I know. Watch tonight's Raw open with, Team Rhodes Scholars. Wow, really? Didn't you say this one night only?
Well, you know how WWE stays true to their one night only or once in a lifetime kind of
Yeah.
things. So.
We get Rock Cena too. Yay! More of that later.
Mm-hmm.
We got the hype for WrestleMania 20 in New Jersey.
29. WrestleMania 29 in New Jersey.
Yes, New Jersey.
Nowhere else.
Nowhere else. New Jersey.
Just in New Jersey.
Just in New Jersey. We get our opening matches. What a shock! The World Heavyweight title again. Did it open the Royal Rumble?
I feel, yes, it did. It did. That title is just
it's a waste.
It always seems to be one of the first matches on the card.
Get rid of it. I mean, if you're gonna treat the World Heavyweight title like that, just get rid of it. Have one belt.
And it's too bad because of the two belts, I like the look of that belt.
Oh, everyone does.
The WWE belt.
Everyone does.
Look, I mean, yeah, the WWE broke me into rooting for Cena, but I'm not supporting that belt. I hate it. I've always have. I really have. And you would think that storyline-wise, Punk would be the one to change it. Didn't change it. Just kept running around with it. And, yeah, it was kind of disappointing that it's been around for this long.
I know.
But in terms of the World Heavyweight Championship, that one looks like it actually has some prestige.
I know, but it's the way how they treat it now. So
yeah.
But there was an interesting moment in the match. I mean, it was going well.
Between Del Rio and the Big Show.
It was going well.
Yeah.
Until, I guess, there was a spot where Big Show put the bucket by his head. And he always hits this one spot you cannot mess up. He botches it.
This actually hurt me.
The crowd went dead.
Because
it was going well.
Yeah, they were building the crowd up. The crowd was into it.
And then that moment hit. Yeah. It was just.
He just had the bucket right up to his head.
And he didn't even realize he missed. Was the great. This is the funny part.
Right?
He's just.
He didn't even sell or anything. Like, I don't even know if he must have heard Del Rio hit the floor. But at that point, you can't sell because it's already too late. So he had to wait for Del Rio to come back and do the enziguri again. And yeah, you're right. One thing that I've always noted about Del Rio is that he almost always hits that enziguri perfectly. And there are moments where it looks like he's not going to hit it perfectly, and he
hits
does. And this is one of those times where
one of those moments
from the camera angle, it looked like he hit it. But for some reason, it didn't pan out that way. He whiffed.
He whiffed. How do you whiff?
And wow, I really didn't expect that. I mean, how do you?
And then the crowd just dead. It was just like, did we just see that? Excuse me.
Maybe a bunch of kids just found out wrestling might not be real.
So we got that one moment of the match, and it took it from the crowd.
Yeah. Because, like I said, they were into it. It was a good enough match. Big Show tapped out. I was saying, Rob, I think he's going to pin Big Show because, Big Show made a big deal about Del Rio never pinning him. But, he tapped out, so. But whatever.
No, like I said, it was an okay match after that botch, but like I said, the botch took the crowd out of it. Yeah. I mean, I was shocked he missed it. Mm-hmm.
It's a shame.
He hits that all the time pretty much. And you have a moment where it can look cool, and he misses it.
Let
me tell you something. He dropped the ball.
Yeah, it's a shame because, like I said, he hits it every time when it's just a part of the match. But once you have it as a big spot in the match with a foreign item, he misses it, and everybody...
So, winner Del Rio with the armbar, yay. But works out for what we were thinking that's going to happen at WrestleMania 29.
Right.
Next, we get the United States title, Miz versus Cesaro. Go home, Miz.
Yeah, I don't know. Why is he even there?
Once again, no reaction whatsoever. Come on, WWE. It's enough. Stop shoving the Miz down the throats of being face. He gets no reaction.
No, just stop showing the Miz. Just let him go home.
That could be also you just
let him go home.
What match started off?
We were talking the other day about where you would put Zack Ryder, right?
Yeah.
Future Endeavor the Miz, and put Zack Ryder there.
Oh, there you go. Future Endeavor the Miz.
Yes.
This is kind of
send
funny.
them home.
The IWC's gonna hate us.
No, because if they're really as smart as they think they are, they would hate the Miz too.
Oh, I know. We get a decent match. Cesaro hit a couple moves I liked. Working on his shoulder and stuff like that. Joe Miz is hurt and stuff like that. Thought the Miz would win because he had a wrap.
Yeah, again...
he's got wrapped.
But I have to keep pointing out to you and Rob, this is a WrestleMania rule.
Yes.
This is a WrestleMania rule. Whenever someone's bandaged up and they have a weak point in their anatomy, that means they're going to win the match at WrestleMania. And they have to be a face.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So
that basically says if you have legend / celebrity / bandaged athlete, he's definitely going to win.
Yep.
Why does the other guy even need to show
up? Back and forth match. Miz can control more at the end with him injuring the leg.
Yep.
And he went for the figure 4, but Cesaro blocked it and tripped the Miz, causing the Miz for a knee blow.
Yes.
That's a first.
Yeah, it was a very good strategy by Antonio Cesaro.
Yes, good. He
Very good.
He was thinking.
So,
good thinking, man.
Yeah, as long as the Miz doesn't have any titles.
Ref points it and DQ.
Yep.
And Miz gets pissed off and low blows Cesaro.
Yep.
Come on.
Because that's the only effective offense the Miz has.
You drop Punk on his head, now you freaking decide to, I'm pissed off, I'm gonna low blow Cesaro. Go home.
Mm-hmm.
Just go home. I had enough of you. You punk. Anyway, we get Kane and Bryan segment. Their usual, bit funny in a way,
Yeah.
I do like the part where Jeremy Bryan, I got your back, and Kane's like, I have my back too.
Basically.
What?
Yeah.
What? I mean, you're not gonna help your own tag team partner? Come on.
Well, he's right though, because it is every man for himself.
Yes, it is.
And oddly enough, the Elimination Chamber was right after this promo.
You know what? I'm starting to hate about the Chamber? The video package for the Chamber.
I hate video packages in general. Whether it's Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble, I can't stand them.
I know.
Because they're like 5-6 minutes. And what do they do?
Ridiculous.
Re-explain the rules?
Yep. So this what happens. 2 guys enter.
And it's the same
4 pods.
promo.
Figure it out.
It's the same promo they
Yep.
show every Raw, every SmackDown, every chance they get.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they think...
Enough of video packaging
Obviously,
for the Chamber.
You paid for the pay-per-view, and you know what you're paying for.
Yep.
At least I would hope so.
I know, there's one thing I want to mention, but I'll mention it later, but let's talk about the Chamber. Jericho, Kane, Bryan, Henry, Orton, Swagger. So, I believe... first off, Swagger comes out to a new theme song.
Yes.
Which is
no longer
pretty good.
On Your Knees.
Yes.
Get on Your Knees. That's too bad. I like that song. I thought it fit him, but if they're going to repackage Swagger, they have to change the song.
I don't get it with you IWC people that they're pushing him too much. This is what you have to do. You have to give him a big win and make the storyline work.
Absolutely.
If there was no storyline between Del Rio and Swagger, okay, it'd be pointless. But now you have Swagger's...
Some people just say straight up racist gimmick.
Yes, that's what people are calling it. Against Del Rio. What a shock. He's Mexican and Spanish. Yeah. It works.
Doing the whole
IWC, shut the hell up. My God, it's working. Don't you get it? It's these kind of things that push for wrestlers.
And funny thing,
the gimmick works.
And these guys, who always say, "Oh, they're always pushing John Cena." Okay, well, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's another guy who's gonna get pushed. Yeah, and you don't like that?
I know.
Really?
So damn it!
He's a legitimate athlete. Wait, don't tell me it's because of his lisp.
No.
It can't possibly be because
of that.
No, it's just because he's great in the ring. Because people could say, "Oh, yeah, they like the promos, but they don't like their in-ring work."
Yep.
I mean, pick one already then.
I know. So that's what I'm saying about Swagger. It works.
Or look at them both.
The gimmick works, and also if Dolph cashed it, he has a thing with Dolph, so that works too. But the racist gimmick doesn't really work too well with Dolph Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they have a pass together, they were tag team. Same time, it doesn't really work. With Del Rio, it works. This is what you IWC morons have to understand. Gimmick, it works. If he didn't have this gimmick, it'd be like, really? Swagger? World Heavyweight title?
Right.
With the same stupid gimmick he has? No. They changed it up. He brought in Zeb Coulter, which I love the promo they shot before the Chamber.
Yeah.
And you know what? It worked.
It does.
This gimmick works. Del Rio works. WrestleMania 29.
Just amazing, They got people complaining about they don't push young guys. They push a young guy, and they complain about it.
Yep. That's why I hate the IWC people.
And it's not like, look, you still have plenty of time to build Swagger for WrestleMania.
You have 7 weeks to do it. And these guys are complaining, I'd say I'll drop the freaking word, I'm not going to say the other word.
Yeah.
But Stop freaking complaining.
Well,
I've had enough.
Let's look at this at another perspective. We made our picks on Saturday.
Yes.
Or on Friday. Last time Rob was here, we made our picks. You picked
Y2J,
Chris Jericho, who was the second to last eliminated.
But I should have realized he wasn't winning because Ziggler didn't cash it.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much Y2J out of the picture.
Right.
He wasn't winning.
Right. He. I feel like he's a guy who just all he does is lose
Y2
now.
jobber.
Only guy he could beat is Kofi Kingston. And
Y2 jobber.
again, like at that when we were watching it, some people were saying, "Oh, Y2J could win it," and I said, "No, because he just lost to the Big Show on SmackDown."
Yep. So we get Jericho and Bryan square off.
And the reason I say that is because it wasn't even like that good a match. It was almost a squash match, really.
I get you. So Jericho and Bryan started off. This is what most people... I want to see this match one-on-one.
Yeah. I was joking around saying, when they started off with Jericho and Bryan, I said to myself, all right, now the other guys can leave.
Yeah.
Just let them
leave. Let them leave.
Because I really like what I saw. Oh, yeah, he beat Daniel Bryan on Raw a few weeks ago, too. But I would love to see them to get more time against each other.
Definitely. So they started off.
Well, again, my pick was Orton.
Yep. Y2J.
A good showing, and things looked good.
It did.
Because when Mark Henry threw Orton through the plexiglass, it's not even plexiglass, I don't know what that is. Orton was there for a while. And this is good because that means he's not going to get eliminated.
Rest hold.
He's just, just taking a nap.
Taking a nap.
And then Henry worked on everyone else.
That's the other thing I forgot to say, was taking a nap, not a rest hold. That's what The Rock did most of his match with Punk. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Good back and forth action between them two. Next to come out was Swagger.
Jack Swagger, yes.
Pulled off a good showing. Like I said, it was it started off slow for me.
Mm-hmm.
It started off slow. Then it started to pick up when Kane and Henry and Orton came out.
Yeah, they didn't... Nobody got eliminated. Let's put it this way. Everyone was out of their chambers before... Well, pods. Everyone was out of the pod before anyone got eliminated.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's ever happened before.
We have to look back and check.
Yeah. Because I always remember at least one person being eliminated before the last person is released from the pod.
I was upset that Bryan got eliminated first.
Okay.
By Henry.
Well, yeah. But before that, Kane came in. Kane had as good elimination chamber match as he could, given the time that he's given. A really nice spot with Jericho, with Daniel Bryan on his shoulders.
Yeah, a little of LOD.
Right, and Kane clotheslining him from there. And I actually pitched. All right.
For all you people who don't know, it's Legion of Doom. If you guys don't know that.
Right, and I was saying, you know what? This needs to happen. Jericho just helped... Kane and Jericho just double-teamed Daniel Bryan. So obviously, Kane is going to eventually drop Daniel Bryan.
This is ridiculous.
And now he's going to get in a tag team with Chris Jericho.
Ridiculous.
And they're going to call it Y2 Kane.
Uh-huh.
Get it? Because of the Y2
moving
Kane.
on.
No, it's a good one.
Moving on.
Please. I thought of it on the spot.
We had some decent spots in the match. One of them is that. I like the suplex they did on the steel... Jericho and Orton.
Well, let's talk about the spots we didn't like. We didn't like Mark Henry eliminating Team Hell No.
Yes, that was a bit... Really?
That was... I don't understand why they always have to do this.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Mark Henry is the dominant one, remember?
That's what he does.
That's what I do.
He yells that every time he does something.
Yell something else. How about go eat a cheeseburger, you fatty? Anyway.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but I'm sick and tired of Mark Henry. You know, it's a little ridiculous now. It's the same stupid gimmick.
They should go original and bring back the sexual chocolate. Just he's tired of being angry.
Yes, he's tired of being angry. Bring back Mae Young. Might as well bring her back. They bring her back for every stupid segment they do anyway. Like the hand. I'm all grown up.
So unnecessary.
Really? Oh, I hate you, WWE. See what they do to me? See what they do to the people?
I know.
See? It's not just me.
Well, you were going on to a spot that you liked.
Yes, I like. Everyone didn't like it. I'm not sure if everyone didn't like it, but I liked it when Orton and Jericho picked up Henry and, a
suplex on the outside.
On the steel.
Right.
And I thought that was pretty cool. picking up a 700-pound man. Go eat some donuts, you fatty. Anyway, I'll continue to rip on Mark Henry. I'm sorry. This is a bunch of BS. I mean, I'm tired of the monster gimmick. It's over. Kane's done it. Undertaker's done it. Enough. We get it. He's a powerhouse. But don't shove it down our throat. Ugh. Pisses me off. Anyway, Mark Henry eliminates Kane and Bryan. Like I said, we had the LOD.
The LOD spot, yeah.
LOD spot, which is cool. It got really good after Daniel Bryan and Kane got eliminated because there was a lot of back and forth action. You had Orton going into the pod.
Yeah.
As Mark Henry threw him into that. It was just like chucked him in it, which is pretty cool. Didn't break. I would like to see it break though, but
It just like popped out.
Popped out. That was it.
Yeah.
So who got eliminated after that? It was
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
They took out Mark Henry.
Which was pretty cool how they eliminated him after a code breaker. And did Swagger do anything?
I
Or was it?
recall.
Was it the code breaker into the?
That's what it was. It was a code breaker into the RKO.
Okay. That's why I wasn't sure if Swagger had something to do with this, but like I said, a lot of decent spots in the match. Then we get to Orton, Swagger, and Y2J. And
This is where it got good.
what a coinky dink that it's our 3 picks.
Yeah, the 3 picks we
left, as Steve picked Mark Henry for some odd reason.
Right. You picked Jericho, I picked Orton, and
Sabrina,
Rob.
I will give Sabrina credit. She had no pick, but she wanted either Kane or Bryan to win.
Right.
You know.
Rob was the one who picked Swagger.
Yes.
And
he did.
Again.
So I can't really Sabrina. I say she had no pick. That's where I'm going as. So Sabrina had no pick,
Right.
and Rob had to be the boss. You have to have a pick. You're a meanie, Rob.
Rob will address that on Wednesday.
Yes, he will. If someone doesn't have a pick, no one's got a pick. You don't have to force it down their throat, you jerk.
So anyway, the next one eliminated was Chris Jericho.
Yes.
Chris Jericho.
Actually, it was a pretty cool way he got eliminated.
Yeah, we had first we had a few spots with Jack Swagger putting the Patriot Act on Randy Orton, Chris Jericho. Then we had Chris Jericho put the Lion Tamer on. Was it Jack Swagger?
Yep.
No, it was Jack Swagger, and then Randy Orton came in, interfered, stopped it. Rob he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand why people in the Elimination Chamber would stop a submission hold like that. Just let him eliminate.
Let him go.
But Swagger came in, stopped it, and there's eventually led an exchange to Orton and Jericho, which we did have some good spots.
Now,
Orton did the double DDT.
Here's the thing, though. You bring that up about how you should let, why are you gonna break up submission hold? Say if it's like Taker tombstoning. Okay, Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have a better shot against, Taker or Triple H?
Well, I understand what you're saying there.
You have to figure out your game plan in the chamber. Even though we all know it's story written. Relax, people. Relax.
No, it's real.
Chill.
All right. But
damn IWC.
But I do understand where Rob's coming from with that.
Oh, he's got a good point.
Especially during the Royal Rumble.
Like I said, it's story written.
Right.
Storylines.
But then we had the double DDT.
Yes.
To Swagger and Jericho.
That was cool. I like that. So one thing I like about Orton, when he pulls that, it's pretty cool. And you had Orton do it on a steel.
Right. Orton had he did it from the outside to the inside of the canvas. So then as Cole likes to say, Orton started hearing voices.
Yes.
And went for the RKO on Jericho. Jericho reversed it into Lion Salt. Orton countered with the knees and then hit the RKO. And
all of a sudden, Swagger out of nowhere.
And just as I was celebrating because of my pick at elimination, Rob's picking Jack Swagger rolled up Orton and got the 3.
I didn't see the ref's hand go down for 3 because someone jumped in my way, and I'm like, was that really a 3? Did that really happen?
It had to be.
Did that really happen? Because I thought the ref screwed up. Like, Randy Orton's supposed to win. I made a mistake.
Apparently, it did. It was a 3.
But I'm happy. Like I said, it works for the gimmick he has now to go up against Del Rio.
Yeah.
So
it
finally,
works, everything works.
Finally, WWE is on the ball with this one. They're not pushing Swagger too hard.
Yeah.
They're doing everything right.
Like I said, there's still plenty of time to build them up for WrestleMania.
7 weeks.
Plenty of time.
They're not doing it in 7 weeks. I have nothing to say.
And there will be an exchange between Zeb Coulter and Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yes, has to be. I love it. Next we get which I was shocked that was next, the big 6-man tag match.
Yeah. I figured
I was shocked this was happening right away.
The order that I thought it would be the last 3 matches being Shield and the Super
Cena.
Friends. That's what they're called now, right? Then you would have the Elimination Chamber, and then Punk and Rock.
Yes.
Because everybody knows that apparently now the gimmick matches don't headline their own pay-per-views anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, Royal Rumble got the shaft, Elimination Chamber got the shaft.
See, now
2 years in a row, so.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, we had the big 6-man tag match, and this was the biggest surprise of the night. Now, you could say maybe you're one of the few who thought the Shield was going to win, but come on, be honest. You wanted the Shield to win. You just didn't think they were
going to win.
All right? Great match.
Slow at first.
It started off slow. It was a very oddly paced match because at first it started off very fast.
Yeah, it started with a brawl right away.
Yeah,
Go figure.
And that wasn't part of the match technically because the bell hadn't rung. Then we get into the match, and it was a typical tag team match. It was,
Like I said, it was a okay, good match.
Right.
You know, like I said, a lot of people were thinking, okay, Cena, right back, Shane, they're gonna bury the Shield. It's burial, IWC. Oh, they're gonna bury the Shield, and then the Shield, gets buried in the WWE for good.
Right. And this is what we were saying. Well, me specifically, I was saying that it's a shame because if they do lose, it's basically a sign that the WWE just didn't know what to do with them, and has given up.
And I think we're all rooting for the Shield except for Sarah.
Right, and I was ragging on her because I thought I did think the Super Friends were gonna win.
Everyone thought.
And then when they lost,
I was like, yeah.
I almost felt bad for cheering.
Oh, you didn't.
I almost did.
No, stop it.
But
we were all happy.
My jaw hit the floor. And I looked across the room, and Rob's jaw hit the floor too.
I think a lot of people did. It is Seth Rollins got the pin.
It was Seth. What was Rob saying the entire
that Seth Rollins is going to get pinned.
Seth Rollins is going to take the. Well, he didn't say it like that, but he thought, and we all agreed for the most part, that Seth Rollins was going to take the pin because Dean Ambrose is the leader of the Shield.
Yes.
Roman Reigns is the powerhouse, and Seth Rollins just seems to be there.
Yep. But like I said, there were some spots, and Roman Reigns
stole the show.
I was impressed.
Roman Reigns stole that match.
Everyone's comparing him to Mason Ryan, Batista. I was impressed. What he brought to Elimination Chamber. I was impressed. The spear through the barricade.
This is what I've been saying. I mean, look, everyone loves Ambrose and Rollins, and for good reason.
Yeah,
for absolutely good reason. I love their in-ring work. I love their promos. They bring especially Dean Ambrose. He brings a really
he's got one good spear. I mean, a lot of people.
It's nice to see a spear that hurts. That looks like it hurts because for a while now.
Edge had the spear. Caitlyn's got a spear now. Mm-hmm. Caitlyn's not too well. I don't like it, but he pulled out 2 spears that are like holy crap.
Yeah, but for Sheamus through the barricade and then Ryback right as he was going to do the shell shock.
Which we thought everyone was over.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, here it comes.
Because Cena and Ryback were doing their finisher. I didn't know what they were going to do at the same time. They just can't seem to do it at the same time.
Nope. Because they did the triple suplexes in the ring. And Sheamus, you can't lift someone for a brief second. You can't hold that person up.
When Roman Reigns made Sheamus eat it,
yeah,
I thought, all right, now there's a chance that the Shield could get buried even harder.
Oh, once again, Sheamus, no reaction.
Right.
No reaction whatsoever.
But to be fair, like I said, the entrances nobody really got.
No one really popped for them. But like I said, the quiet ones were Miz and Sheamus.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And you know what's weird? You know what's weird about Sheamus' entrance? Why does the cameraman go through the crowd?
Sheamus' entrance?
Yeah. it starts to the crowd and then pans onto the Titantron. Have you noticed that?
I didn't notice that.
You have
actually.
to. What if it's today? If it happens again at Raw tonight, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But they've done it twice so far, and it's annoying.
Well, it's like the music starts and they're looking at the crowd.
No, it's like it's going through the camera's wall. Yeah, he's in the crowd.
I've never noticed that.
So I don't know if it's something new, but if it happens again tonight, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But it happened. It happened there, and it happened at a Raw a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know what they're doing, but who cares about Sheamus? Anyway, all in all, the match was okay, good. Don't shake your head. You know it's the truth. Go back to being a heel. You were much more funnier and entertaining.
Me?
No,
As a heel?
Sheamus.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
You was a heel.
No, but I did. Like I said,
You showed your heel self yesterday.
When did I show my heel? What did I do?
Muse stinks.
Oh, yeah.
Big red door.
Okay, that's enough. All right, so what happened
Wearing
was...
a red shirt as well, so everything worked out perfectly.
Yeah, didn't think that through.
You guys look so cute
Shut
yesterday.
up. Okay, so what happened
matching
was...
shirts. Aww.
Right.
Can you feel it?
So unnecessary. So, anyway. What happened was...
I have to bring it up.
You made me lose my train of thought.
Yes!
So I was really shocked again.
Are you wearing it again?
No, this is a New Jersey Books shirt.
Oh, okay. I was going to really call you a dork if you're wearing it again.
It's at home.
Okay.
There'll be another time.
Oh, another time.
All right, so...
Well, you guys gonna get dressed up again?
Oh, my goodness.
Aww.
All right, so what happened is...
Aww.
This is your show. If you want this to take this route, be my guest.
I'm just having fun.
I know. But again, this really kind of... I would say this probably stole the show for me.
It did. I mean, that was actually the best moment of best moment of the night.
I could understand Swagger winning Elimination Chamber because we discussed it before. We said it fits.
It fits.
You know, it's still a bit of a surprise, but it fits.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see, under any circumstance, Shield beating John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus.
Interesting though in the match how we saw Cena fall.
What do you mean?
Like, how come he didn't make the save?
Here's what happened. Apparently, John Cena was going to hit the Attitude Adjustment. And Sheamus.
Oh, so we have CM Runk and Ramus. I love it.
And the Pac. Remember the Pac?
Pac.
Pac and Runk. That's what I said.
Runk.
That's the one you like. No, okay, so Cena was about to hit his Attitude Adjustment, and Ryback was going to hit Shell Shock. Cena hits the Attitude Adjustment, looks away, because I guess he figures, Ryback's going to make the pin on Seth Rollins. And he doesn't see, apparently, Roman Reigns spear Ryback.
Okay.
There's a big gap in between.
Yes,
so it's funny that Cena didn't look back in that large amount of time to see what was going on. Because I figure, well, I don't know. I guess he could have thought that the impact of the spear, with everyone falling, was the Shell Shock. But
it was a good.
That was a bit odd. I want to go back and see what Cena was doing during.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I want to do.
Just best moment of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it shows that look, Roman Reigns again, not the best promo cutter. Never said he was.
Yeah.
I said he's good enough, but in the ring, he's fairly impressive.
Yeah.
He's not the biggest guy out there, but I like the look.
But
I say
no burial of the Shield. We got what we wanted.
Yes, and now the big question is, what now?
Me and my stupid big mouth comes in next. I asked all night. Oh well, where's Dolph Ziggler? Me and my stupid mouth. Next comes out Dolph Ziggler.
Not to cash in the Money in the Bank.
Not to cash in Money in the Bank.
Just to rant about something.
Yeah, rant. Oh, I'm going to steal the show. I'm going to steal your girlfriend. Typical. Not shocking. Same thing on the mic. Same thing with Big E Langston. Same thing with AJ Lee. By the way, can our shirts get any up higher? Oh, by the way, side butt.
Oh,
Big E.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Gee, thanks. Again, we've been talking.
It keeps getting shorter.
We've been talking about Big E Langston's attire and how it seems like every time he comes out, he shows more thigh.
He's gonna show more of it and more of it.
I'm just waiting for him to wear something akin to what the Borat bathing suit.
Yeah, right.
That's what's coming next. I don't understand why they're exposing the thighs now.
Side butt cheek.
Again, I'm not saying this because I'm not, I don't mean it's... Oh, goodness. I'm going to really eat it right now. But here's what I'm going to say. There's no reason for that. I don't know why they did that. If you want to show off his physique, okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But not that much. There's no reason we need to see his side butt.
Oh, God. Side butt. Side butt. I mean, God, they showed it like 6 or 7 times during the pay-per-view.
Well, not on purpose. It's just that because we noticed it. Like, I was fine. All I saw was thighs, but then when Rob mentioned side butt, I couldn't stop looking at it. So, Ziggler comes out and cuts the...
usual promo.
The generic heel promo.
I like we're using generic a lot.
It's too bad because...
Hashtag generic.
It's too bad. It's too bad because Ziggler's better than this.
Yes.
He doesn't need to cut the
no. Like I said, me and my big mouth. I had to say, Ziggler's not on the card.
Right.
Anyone notice?
And here's what upset me, though. He comes out, and then Booker T comes out, and he basically builds whoever is going to be his opponent. He says, he's not cashing in the Money in the Bank, but he's going to have an opponent tonight. Yeah. And he builds him. And I'm thinking, it's Christian. There are reports that Christian's cleared to wrestle now. I actually would like to see a short feud between Christian and Ziggler. That'd be interesting.
But it crossed my mind. Christian's not coming back to after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
What do we get?
Kofi Kingston.
Yay!
No, but it's really too bad because that gives Kofi Kingston a bad rap. It makes it seem like we don't care about him. It makes it seem like we think he's...
I love Kofi. It's just...
It makes him think that... It makes it seem like we think he's garbage, but that's not the reason why we were disappointed. We were disappointed because of the way this mystery opponent was being built up. It seemed like it was going to be something big.
Really, Booker?
And it ended up being Kofi Kingston. It just seemed kind of anticlimactic.
It did.
Because even, the crowd, no reaction.
Nope.
Not even for Kofi Kingston.
So I will say this crowd was dead. Hey, Dolph Ziggler got a win finally! Yay!
How about that?
About freaking time. But once again, it's just Kofi. It's not like he beat Big Show or Del Rio. It's just Kofi.
Right.
So which means he'll lose on Raw tonight. Basically.
Well, there's something interesting happened, though. There were 2 spots where Kofi inadvertently hit Big E Langston.
Yes.
Now, Big E didn't approve of it.
Big E disapproval face.
And, after the match, he
does have a disapproval face,
He did a number... yeah, he does. He did a number on Kofi Kingston.
Oh, my God. He destroyed him.
He went into a whole new level. But, again, actually, we have seen it. I do like it. I want him in the match already.
It's funny, though. People do watch NXT because they were saying 5.
Uh-huh.
The crowd was saying we want 5.
They were saying they want 5. They were saying something else. They said something else that they chant. I can't remember. And if Rob hears this, he probably knows exactly.
Yes, he knows what it says. So maybe Rob will send us something for tomorrow.
One more time.
Oh yes,
it was one more time because he did the big end.
Yes.
On Kofi Kingston, and the crowd was chanting one more time.
Yep.
Rob has a theory that that can't be right. It must have been played out through the speakers.
No, you're right.
But I would like to think that that's the case. Now, the fact of the matter is, I really did... Again, I'll say it once. I said it once, I'll say it again. I really do like Big E Langston's look. I like the way he talks. I think he can be a big deal.
Yeah, I know.
I do feel that maybe this Monday we will get... Well, today, we will get our first Big E Langston match.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
For all Kofi could take... well, obviously, he's not going to appreciate what Big E did at Elimination Chamber. And I feel like he might want some retribution, which will result in him losing again. And being buried by Big E Langston.
I know. Next we got... bathroom break.
Oh, are you talking about... Well, no, this is the match everyone's been waiting for. This is the match that's had tons of build-up over the years. Caitlyn and Tamina Snuka. How about that?
Yeah.
It's a match that was supposed to take... obviously, I'm just kidding. It had no build-up, nothing. We just had a funny backstage brawl. And it wasn't even on Raw. It was on WWE Active, the app. So what ends up happening is they get a match, basically, and Caitlyn wins. What more is there to say? Right?
I know.
I mean, this is the problem when you don't have a good storyline, because all you can say is the match was okay. It was there. This match, okay, it was all right. Because Caitlyn and Tamina are two women wrestlers who do look, I guess they look the part. They're not like scrawny or anything. They got muscle. And Tamina, Tamina's, I think she's good enough in the ring.
She is.
There are people who say, she's green. But, I mean, she has improved, I think. Caitlyn, the spear, not the greatest one in the world, but what do you expect from a diva spear, right? So, that went into play. And I think that, all in all, it was just an excuse to have divas on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing more, nothing less. Caitlyn retains.
Go figure.
And I think, I really do think that the next thing that's going to happen is AJ and Caitlyn.
It has to happen.
Although I didn't think it would be this way. I would figure, New Jersey's going to cheer AJ no matter what.
Yeah, of course. She's from Jersey.
So
she's from Union City.
Yeah, and Caitlyn, she's over, yeah, but as over as a diva can be right now.
I know.
But I think in order for Caitlyn not to get buried by the crowd, have AJ be a face already.
Yep. It's gotta happen.
Mm-hmm.
So Caitlyn wins. We get a promo for the WWE title match. We get CM Punk versus the Pac. What'd you call him? Pac, whatever.
I mixed up I just had this weird thing going.
CM Punk.
Where I said
Runk.
I was really into it, and I called them Runk, Pac, whatever. All right, they're never gonna John's never gonna let me forget about that, but it was pretty funny. So again, CM Punk walks out with the title with Paul Heyman holding it, and just one of the typical heel storylines where the heel thinks he's the champion, keeps the title for himself, and walks around with it even though he's not officially the champion. Then The Rock comes out. Did The Rock have a good pop?
Nah.
Nobody really had that pop, but it was probably the pop of the night, I guess. This match, I gotta say, not as good as Punk versus Rock Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Which is odd because that match had a bit of a storyline with Rock having internal bleeding problems, right? Internal injuries. So I would figure that since the Rock is fine in this match, it might be more fast paced. But if anything, this was even slower paced than the one in the Royal Rumble. There was one very long rest hold where Punk had Rock in a headlock, and it was kind of like the STF spot at WrestleMania 28 when Rock had when John Cena had The Rock in the STF and The Rock fell asleep. Rock also kind of fell asleep in this headlock,
Yeah. Talk about rest holds in this match.
It's a shame though. It's a shame, because I don't get it. Why was their Royal Rumble match that much better than this one? Because it's the same guy. It's the same two people. So, I mean, I guess match-wise, I was a little disappointed, but there were some interesting spots. During the match, I actually forgot about the stipulation where The Rock had to be counted out. If The Rock is counted out or disqualified, he can lose the title. I actually forgot about it. And the thing that reminded me was when Punk when he spit on The Rock's face.
Yeah.
And The Rock started trying to beat him down. And
by the way, you couldn't even see where the spit landed. You know why?
Because, as Rob likes to put it, he was melting. The Rock was...
Rock was melting.
He was melting. He was sweating so much that when the spit landed on The Rock and it cut to his face, I couldn't tell where the spit was.
I know. That was kind of funny.
It blended in. But again, I totally forgot about that stipulation.
Everyone did. It was a stupid stipulation.
And at the end of the day, it served no purpose.
Yep.
You would think that if they put that in there, that means someone's going to interfere. But nothing. And then I get to the point where... Well, there was one spot that was there because of that stipulation. And it was because of the CM Punk rock bottomed The Rock on the announce table. And it's funny because the last time we had this spot with The Rock giving the rock bottom to CM Punk, the table broke prematurely. It broke earlier than it should have. Right? This time, Punk does it to The Rock, And the table doesn't break at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So go figure. It's like
Twice.
they got
Twice.
it. It's got to be a third time now.
And of course, do the other table now. Try the real one. Maybe that'll break. Not the Spanish announce one like they like going for.
Yeah.
Try the regular one.
And it's funny because
the main one.
It's funny because you see these tables that are designed to fall apart, because that's what these tables are. The announce tables are designed to fall apart and make the table break a little easier on the wrestlers. But sometimes they just don't do what you want them to do. I mean, unless they have some sort of button they can press when they hit it. I mean, it's just going to be unpredictable. At least for wrestling moves where both people are standing on it, and then there's some sort of impact.
I know.
Because if Kane was to do a choke slam, no problem.
Yep.
It's going to break or it's not going to break, and more often than not, it does break.
Yeah.
But when you
I was upset that it didn't break because
Yeah.
it was in a cool spot, but.
But then when you're going to do something like, let's say, the rock bottom or the pedigree.
Yeah.
It's
well, if you do the pedigree, you're gonna take a quad.
Wow. But like I said.
Sorry, Triple H.
What can you do?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that's kind of out of your control. And if it breaks, it breaks. It did seem impactful. The fact that the table broke didn't take anything away from it.
Like I said, it was just a cool spot, that's all.
That was the only spot that the stipulation was there for, apparently. Yep. The Rock he went back in the ring. And I thought there was going to be more stipulations because I thought it was going to come into play more because we had the Rock hit the ref by accident.
Yeah.
He was running the ropes, and I forget why the ref was outside.
Oh, Heyman.
All right. No, there was one other incident where he was just running. They were running in the ring, and the Rock just ran into the ref.
Oh, maybe the ref got in the way.
Yeah, I think the ref got in the way, or Punk put him in the way. I can't recall right now. But then there was another ref that came out. He twisted his widow ankle.
Twisted his widow ankle. Oh.
And then Punk had the Rock pinned at one point.
Yep.
No ref.
I thought the same thing would happen to the Rock, and they go a little bit more, but
right.
How quickly things change.
They almost did that with the people's elbow.
Yes, they did.
Because he did hit the people's elbow. He kicked out. He did kick out of the rock bottom, the first one that he did. And again, they made CM Punk look pretty strong in this, I would say. Because again, the CM Punk didn't just lose a match to The Rock. He kind of got, in his mind, he got screwed. Because there was all this type of altercation with different refs coming in, ref not being there when he has the pin. Just a lot of things that show that, Punk still was a really good champion, just he didn't get a chance to win the match. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the match ends with The Rock hitting another rock bottom, right?
Yeah.
And, again, not a bad match, but not as good as their Royal Rumble match.
Rumble match was way better.
Would you say this was better than WrestleMania 28, Rock Cena? I think it was.
Yeah.
I would definitely give it the edge.
By a clear mile.
Right.
I mean,
it did. Like I said, it did.
This match did have rest holds, but it had some okay spots. And once again, the table not breaking took a little bit off the match, but all in all, wasn't. It was, like I said, the first one is better. Punk and Rock 2, not so much, but better than WrestleMania 28. It's not that I hated WrestleMania 28.
Right.
It was rest hold city.
Right.
So
they basically, like I said, this one did have the rest hold. It was much longer than anything in the Royal Rumble match, but I'll take it. It was good enough.
Yeah,
it was good enough. It did have some good spots. CM Punk hitting Heyman with the belt. We look too far into these things, and we could always say, Heyman could take that personally and send Brock Lesnar on CM Punk, but that's not going to happen. Because, it just, WWE doesn't pay attention to these things. They don't usually capitalize. But, again, overall it was alright. Here's what I didn't understand. How they just totally announced the WrestleMania main event after that. As soon as the match is over,
I know,
they announce it. Rock Cena for the WWE title.
Twice in 2 years. Yay!
See, I have a bit of a problem with this.
Uh-oh.
because of the fact that there are things that can happen that can re-enter CM Punk into the match.
Yes, there is.
You know?
I'm not saying his name. Not saying his name.
There are those things, and I do wonder, why
He's
is
not
that...
on the show now, but I'm not going to say his name.
Who? Oh, I'm not going to say it either. No, but what I'm saying is there are ways for people to get involved into this match.
Yes.
The way I thought it would happen, one of them was CM Punk getting into, maybe retaining.
Yes.
No, getting the title back. And then The Rock would have his rematch clause, and Cena would have his
Yep.
Royal Rumble victory. I would figure that this would make it a triple threat. At this point, right now, though, it seems like it's not a triple threat. Again, still, there's 7 weeks in between.
There is.
All right.
But you know what? You have to hype this triple threat if it's going to happen. Not going to say it, but a certain someone should be there tonight if this thing's going to happen.
Well, if you want the build up, it has to be. Again, there's a lot of time, but you want to build it up as
I have to build it up now. You have to do it tonight.
I agree. I think
someone has to say. Well, I'll say CM Punk has to say, "All I want is respect." Blah blah this and that, and then that certain someone comes out, and.
But I think they'll do something a little more. Well, at least I hope they do something a little more generic than that. No. A little less generic.
Well, remember, CM Punk's all about respect, so it works.
Right, it does work, absolutely. But I just think it would take more than that to get The Undertaker to come out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just respect or something. I don't know. I could be reaching here. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's all they need. Because at this point, the storyline should be fine. You know?
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's really interesting because before the pay-per-view, I said to myself, I believe the result of Punk versus Pac. I did it again. I believe the result of Punk versus Rock will determine, what the main event at WrestleMania will be. That's obvious, but I figured if Punk was to win, there's your obvious triple threat match. And yeah. I can honestly say that I do know more people who would like the triple threat than just the twice in a lifetime match. If you know what I mean. Just I guess people don't want to see CM Punk. Oh my goodness. The Rock versus John Cena again because it was first of all it wasn't that good a match, and also because it was just the build up. How many times did they put once in a lifetime?
Yeah.
There was this giant billboard in New York. I remember I went to an Applebee's there, and I was right by the window, and just across the street this giant poster of Rock Cena once in a lifetime WrestleMania 28, and it's kind of amusing that not only are they having it again, they're having it the very next year.
Oh, I know. Yay.
Twice in 2 years. What
did you think of the Chamber overall? Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna sit here and criticize everything. Yeah, there are things you like, there are things you don't like, but overall, I was entertained. I liked the results of most of the matches. Like I said, I got most of the picks. The only picks I got wrong were the Elimination Chamber and the Shield match because I thought Shield would get buried. Aren't you the one who picked the Shield actually?
Yes, I did.
Props to John. I shook Rob's hand for picking Jack Swagger. I shake your hand for picking the Shield.
Thank you.
I get no handshake. I should have got a handshake at WrestleMania 28 when I got almost everything right, but whatever.
Hey, you won the, what was it, $100-something, $200, $100 something?
It was something, 120 I think.
Yes, very nice. So.
And the match that got me that money basically was the Kane.
Yeah, unbelievable. Thanks, Orton. Thanks.
But it does show you how reliable those rumored matches are. Right? Because what were the rumored matches? Yeah, of course, we got the Cena Rock match. Oh my. Yeah, Cena Rock match. And then the World Heavyweight title. How off was that? Sheamus and Orton. It's like they just pulled that out of their butts. Like, okay, well, here are the two big names that usually appear on SmackDown. We want this one to turn heel, meaning Orton. And then there'll be a WrestleMania match. And I believe it was around Royal Rumble where we started saying, we don't see how that can happen. It just doesn't make sense.
No, that's dead.
There's not enough time for it.
If that happens, I have nothing to say.
No, there's no way it's going to happen. There's no way it's going to happen. One of the more interesting proposals that I heard was a Fatal 4-Way. If you remember the Fatal 4-Way that was...
Yes, I do.
I don't know if we got to mention it in the last show of ours, but the proposal was Big Show win the title. Del Rio has his contract. Then you have Jericho win the Elimination Chamber, and you have Ziggler cash it in.
I know.
You know, and I figured.
So here's what I think. No matter what, who wins, Swagger or Del Rio, Ziggler cashes it.
Okay. All right.
So
he did say, like Rob said, I missed it, but on WWE's main event last week, he basically announced he's cashing it in at some point before WrestleMania. And I guess this is one of the reasons that IWC went crazy because I mean, are you kidding me? So you want it to be obvious?
Yes. Right.
All they want is Ziggler to be champion, and that's fine. But I mean, let's put it this way: every pay-per-view, you expect Ziggler to cash it in. Is that not the case?
No, you're right.
Wouldn't it be a little more surprising for him to do it
every pay? I was shocked. Like I said,
on an edition of Monday Night Raw or SmackDown? That's when they really, in my view, aside from Edge's Money in the Bank cash-in at the New Year's Revolution back in the day, the first time ever it was cashed in, I feel like the most surprising ones have been when it happens on the show, not on the pay-per-view. I mean, you could look back at when Edge cashed it in on The Undertaker. That was one of the most shocking ones to me, because it was within the week. You have the one where Jack Swagger cashed it in on Chris Jericho, also on SmackDown, and he became the champion there. And of course, you have the CM Punk cash-ins. One was against Jeff Hardy, I believe, and then another one against Edge. Well, the first one was against Edge, and then the one against Jeff Hardy, that was when he was heel. I just personally believe it's always more interesting when it happens on a show.
No, you're right.
You know?
Like I said, I think Ziggler cashes it. It has to be at Mania. You know, if he does it early, I guess, cool. I guess. I mean, maybe it happens on Raw tonight. Who knows? You know? Like I said, I think the Chamber pit could have been a little bit better. A few on and off spots of the night. We'll talk about the real winners and losers. Loser, I think The Rock.
Why do you say that?
Why do I say that? This rest hold thing has to stop.
But that's what I'm saying. The last match, they didn't seem to have that many rest holds, and it's too bad because, like I said, WrestleMania 28 was filled with them. Between him and John Cena. The one at the Royal Rumble against CM Punk, he did better. But then actually you did have CM Punk Twitter a shot at The Rock's cardio. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes.
You know, saying dumbbells don't help you breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then you had this match where they did acknowledge that. Basically, with the rest hold. And I don't like the rest holds, but at this point, what can you do? You gotta remember, how old is The Rock? He's
40.
over 40 now.
Yep.
He's in his 40s, more muscular than I believe he should be. And you gotta expect the rest holds. What can you do? You know? Who would be the next one?
My bad.
It's okay.
The Shield.
The Shield is a big winner.
Big winner.
Oh, probably
winner chicken dinner.
The biggest win of the night, maybe, because we had we had Jack Swagger, but I think the Shield really stole the show that day, yesterday. Just an unbelievable win.
Yep.
Because I mean, even Michael Cole said it. Did anyone see the Shield beating this team?
Yes.
Right. And you know, during the match, I was watching it and I was joking around. I said, hey, you know what? Shield is a cohesive unit. They actually work together. Whereas John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus, they're solo guys. They don't work together. They're not part of a group. They just decided to stand up against the Shield.
Yep.
And just a great win for Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. Thankfully, no burials. Just work together.
I know. So, big winner, Shield, so happy.
Huge. And it's funny because they could have potentially been the biggest loser of this pay-per-view.
Next. Tensai, winner and a loser.
I don't get this, actually.
I don't get it either.
See,
I think he's a winner.
I think he's a winner because he's actually getting matches.
Yes.
He's actually winning the matches.
And even though he's teaming with Brodus Clay, I like it. Future tag team champions in the future. I love it. I like the burial of his Japan gimmick. Like I said before, that's a Japanese menu, I think. I like that. But like I said, they're burying that gimmick, which it's okay because I like this Tensai. This Tensai is funny. He's talking more. You know, he wasn't talking as Tensai.
Right.
You know, when he was here, wasn't talking. He had his stupid manager. You know, with him who just threw some salt down and he pushed him out of the way.
He abused his
abused, which the guy's on NXT, by the way.
Yeah, Sakamoto is on NXT.
Like I said, I like the tag team, so.
I do like that. I guess one reason they're calling him a loser is because he has to dance now.
Yes, I like it though.
I don't see the problem.
I like it.
And you know what? At least he's doing something. I mean, I really did feel bad for the guy because when they signed him last year, he was primed for a push. He was supposed to get pushed to the moon. He was supposed to have a very physical feud with John Cena, and it just never panned out. And then he lost the match to Tyson Kidd.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the last time he won a match between then and this new thing with Brodus Clay going on. And it's a shame. It really is that people think that this is a bad thing. Again, and I'm not even a big fan of the dancing gimmicks for big guys, but at this point, I just want Tensai to have airtime.
Yeah, right. I love it.
Yeah, I love the shovel. He pulled out the sprinkler.
Oh.
It was amazing.
Shovel. Doing a shovel. I love it.
It's just, I just think Tensai, he's a winner. He's not.
Yes, he was.
It's not a loser thing.
It's a big winner.
He's doing fine.
Big winner in my book. Winners, Jericho, Bryan, Kane, Orton, Swagger, and Henry. Okay. Sorry, but Swagger's the only winner here. Yes, the other guys put on great performances, but there's one winner, that's Swagger. The other guys have time to build for their WrestleMania future. Yeah. You know, but Swagger, he's the real winner here, not these five, not the other five.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think what this is trying to say is that Jericho, Bryan, Kane, Orton, Swagger, and Henry had a good match.
Yes.
I hope so. If that's what you're saying, then I totally agree with you. But explain to me how Kane is a winner.
Explain this one. How this is a winner.
Just tell me. Explain to me how Kane is a winner.
He lost.
How he just goes out there. And I called it. I said, he's just in there for Mark Henry to have someone to eliminate.
Yep.
And that's exactly what it was.
Exactly what happened.
Daniel Bryan, how was he a winner? He just went in there and he got eliminated. He was the first one eliminated.
I know.
Jericho loses all the time. How is he a winner? He had some good spots. And I would say Orton, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if he would be considered a winner because the way he lost was kind of careless. You know, storyline-wise. He wasn't watching his back. Right?
Yep.
All right, you want to go into the next one? Again, like I said, I'm not saying that this match buried everyone else. I'm just saying not everyone came out a winner.
Can you explain to me how Mark Henry's a winner?
I can, actually. The way Mark Henry was built for this match, same way he's built for every match, let's be honest. But the reason he was is because he basically took out Team Hell No, the top tag team. He had some good spots there. You know, he held his own. And he was eliminated by multiple finishers. And then once he was eliminated, came back and laid waste to everybody.
He did, but at the same time, he's the loser.
No, of course. He lost the match. But
he put on a good showing, but Swagger got the win. Swagger put on an impressive showing as well.
Yeah.
But Mark Henry, because he eliminated 2 people, that's why he showed an impressive showing?
No, but because he was dominant.
He was dominant. I'll give him credit.
That's all they wanted. That's all they ever wanted, really, with Mark Henry.
That's real dominant, getting the code breaker and
then into an
RKO. You know, you're not so dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Henry, I think you're the loser. And says you're a winner, but I think the real winner is Swagger. Congrats, Swagger, once again.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Actually, we were just talking about this. Wrestling history.
Mm-hmm.
World Heavyweight title. being crapped on right now.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it already, so.
I don't understand the logic of the orders they're putting the matches in anymore. I really don't.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it. I remember WrestleMania 20. It had was it WrestleMania 21 where they had John Cena versus JBL?
Yes.
And then immediately had Batista versus Triple H?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we do that anymore?
I don't know.
Why? I mean, if you're going to say it's a main event, why not just do that? I mean, I understand they want to scatter around the important matches, you know, because people need their bathroom breaks. People need to just chill out or something. Sometimes they need a break from watching wrestling for, let's say, 3 hours. But I don't understand this. The Divas match being right before the WWE title.
Yep.
What was?
I know.
Are you
It's
kidding
ridiculous.
me?
It's ridiculous.
My only logic for that is all the people who were watching the Elimination Chamber and the Shield match needed to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I usually hate the joke. I don't usually say, "Oh, bathroom break for the Divas title." I don't usually
we'll
do
use a bathroom break during it while we're at WrestleMania 29.
Any Miz match.
Any Miz match
will be my bathroom.
Well, if it's against Cesaro,
then I'll stay in.
I have to do that as his entrance. But this just came in now. WrestleMania 30 will be at the Superdome.
Yes.
Just came in now.
But a few things. I really hope that.
Another thing.
WWE. I knew this. I knew
Stop
this was coming.
with the NFL joke. Oh my God! They did it again. They did it again.
They did.
Stop! I hope it happens at WrestleMania 30, okay? I hope it happens. I hope it destroys the whole show if it happens. Punks.
It's like, this is the second time.
Super Bowl does more money than you anyway, so there's no point.
It's... So I
I kind of hope Raven back at WrestleMania, what was it,
18.
18? I hope that something happens like that again, where it destroys the whole electricity and the whole WrestleMania 30 goes out.
Why don't you just hope for another hurricane to happen?
Yeah, that too.
During the WrestleMania.
During WrestleMania 30.
That's a
You want to bring up the NFL again? Well, hope another hurricane comes in.
And isn't it always Jerry Lawler who brings it up?
Yeah, Jerry, enough. Retire. Do us the favor. I can't take it anymore. If they bring it up again, I'm gonna explode.
They will. They're gonna bring it up every time they advertise for the Superdome.
Unbelievable. I really hope something goes wrong at WrestleMania 30. Really, really hope so. And I could be like, boom, what happened at 30? Oh, lights went out. And it'll be an ongoing joke like you're doing with the NFL. We get it. There was a power outage in the NFL, but stuff happens.
Right.
I wouldn't be shocked if something happened at 29.
Well, I hope the crowd is more into it than this crowd was. This crowd was just pathetic.
I know. This crowd was awful.
Yeah, I mean, goodness.
But it is Mardi Gras weekend.
Okay, so everyone's like...
I think everyone was a little drunk and...
Hungover
and stuff like that. So
I understand.
I'll give that. It was a bad idea for WWE, though. They picked the wrong date to go down there.
Yeah.
Why would you choose Mardi Gras weekend out of all the weeks?
Well, I mean, it has to be in that schedule, but I mean, why would you choose New Orleans if you know that's the weekend?
Or do the following week.
I guess they figured, since it's Mardi Gras, the crowd will be more lively.
Yes.
But
Dead.
It wasn't.
But I understand why, because next week are the Oscars.
Okay.
So I don't think WWE wants to compete against the Oscars.
Their only other option was to do it at a different venue.
Yes.
Not in New Orleans.
They picked a very bad venue for the worst week to possibly do it, with Mardi Gras going on. And if I had to choose between Chamber or Mardi Gras, I'm going to Mardi Gras.
Well, I've never been to either, so I don't know.
Well, if you already been to a wrestling pay-per-view already, or a house show, or a Raw, think about it. You're down there, and you just wanna you hear Chambers in town or any pay-per-view. Right. What are you gonna go to?
Well, if I'm with the right people, I'd go to the Mardi Gras. I could definitely see myself going to. What can you do? What can you do? Like I said, I figured the WWE's logic was everybody's pumped for Mardi Gras, they'll be pumped for Elimination Chamber. Didn't work out that way. I was actually surprised. I really was. And it's really unfortunate that the crowd wasn't that into it this time. There were spots where they were. Because we did get a very loud "Feed Me More" chant at one point. And if we're wrong, if we are missing some spots where there were some big pops, then we apologize because we ourselves are going crazy in the living room while watching this.
Yes.
Sometimes we can't hear what's going on, but we observed at certain moments, like entrances and spots, if people were trying to get into this pay-per-view, and just not really.
I know,
Not really.
which is sad, but we'll get into more of the Elimination Chamber in just a bit. I want to bring up Shane McMahon.
Shane O'Mac.
What happened?
It's aging.
Oh my, I'm so happy of my age, and I'm not like that yet.
Yeah. It's coming, though.
Holy crap.
Well, what John is referring to is that we got a recent sighting of Shane McMahon. A picture online is circulating. Not only is he graying, he's kind of letting himself go. He's got kind of longer hair than I remember him having before. When he told me that he saw a recent picture of Shane, I expected to see Shane McMahon in a suit, the exact same way he always is, but with some gray hair.
Oof.
That is not what I got. Yeah, Shane's got he has curly hair.
Yeah, right?
He has curly hair.
Now, if you slick it back, he looks like his father.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's funny because Shane still has the baby face.
Yes.
He still
And he has a little gut going, too.
Yeah, he has a little gut,
What happened?
It's just he
Wow.
he doesn't need to keep his appearance up for Raw.
No, I understand that, which is good. He's letting himself go. You know?
And it shows you how these wrestlers have to take care of themselves in order to keep being it.
I love it that all of a sudden he comes back. You see him, the gray's gone, his hair slipped back. Like really.
It's just like with the Undertaker. If he does make it back to WrestleMania, look like that picture that was circulating online with him with the funny hat, like just like Rocky Balboa. With the white goatee.
Yep.
Looking all decrepit. He's got 7 weeks, and if he does come back, he'll look fine.
Yep.
So, and same thing with Shane. If he ever decides to come back on TV, that's not the Shane we're going to see. We're never going to see that Shane on TV.
Yeah, I hope not.
So,
some news that, remember Husky Harris?
yes.
He made debut tonight with his name Brian Watt.
Okay.
He tweeted not too long ago that Raw is in Villa de la Fête, or whatever you want to call the hometown of New Orleans or somewhere in Louisiana. But I guess he's from there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he tweeted way back, TikTok, TikTok, TikTok.
Interesting.
Maybe.
And Husky Harris would have a new gimmick, or
Yeah, it'd be Brian Watt. It would be Brian.
Yeah, okay.
Bry Watt. Whatever
the
Watts.
last name is.
Whatever the guy's name is. Bry Watt. That was Brian Watt, but not. It's Bray.
It'd be interesting to see how he would be used in NXT.
It would be.
And also what Rob's take on this would be.
Well, remember he's supposed to debut maybe on Raw tonight.
Okay. Oh,
So
Raw.
yeah,
interesting.
Raw. Yeah, that's you know.
Well, strange things can happen building up to WrestleMania.
And the tweet was back on November 27th.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised he waited this long, but if he tweeted it and he's going to be on tonight, good for him.
That's strange because I wouldn't figure that WWE would introduce a new star right before WrestleMania. Well, not right before, like during the road to WrestleMania.
Yep. Which would be nice. Let's see, anything else going on? Give me a second.
That's fine.
Oh, that's nice. WrestleMania 30 location and date was revealed by a local newspaper.
Okay.
Awesome newspaper. Awesome. Nice job ruining the announcement they were going to make at 12 o'clock.
Hey, when it comes to news media, it's all about getting it first. Getting the scoop first. It's not about getting the story right anymore. It's about who gets the story out there first.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Also, a little thing bugged me about Caitlyn Tuck's second biggest win of her career. Really, Caitlyn? Really?
What did she say? The second biggest
win of her career.
What was the first would be winning
the title, but this is your second? You still have a long way to go between matches. I mean...
Well, she has to pick from her select few. She has to.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Jack Foley. I love it.
Love how you just throw that in there every show.
We have to. I'll figure out a way to. Heyman was helped to the back after Chamber ended. He sold the bump, which was... Oh, by the way, that's one of that horrible spot with Punk and Heyman and The
When
Rock.
he hit him with the title?
Yeah.
When CM Punk hit
him.
Hit Paul Heyman with the title. No, he clearly hit him really hard.
Come on,
He hit
man.
him so hard.
Come on, man.
What? What are you telling me?
Stop it. Okay. Stop it. He tapped him. He just went, nah.
It hurts. It's got like diamonds and bling and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
It hurts.
So, with Raw happening tonight, yeah, right. We have preview for tonight's show. And so, The Rock will be there with a marching band and Mardi Gras parade floats.
I just don't... Are you sure the float is for The Rock?
Yes, it says right here. There's a rumor celebration with
Rumor.
The Rock. With
There's the word.
What?
There's the rumor. It's a rumor. It says there's a rumor. The float has to be for Jack Swagger.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Alright. If it's for The Rock, I understand it. I don't see the... I couldn't imagine The Rock
like I said,
celebrating with a float, you know?
It's be kind of funny,
Maybe someone's doing it for him?
Yeah, that MMA fighter.
Okay.
That's supposed to be there. But,
I think the float should be for the Shield.
Good point.
That's what it should be for.
Alright, so focusing on tonight's show, what will CM Punk do to get back to the top?
That's what I'm wondering. Will he get back to the top? Will he? Because, like I said, things can change between now and Elimination and WrestleMania. If you remember a few years ago, there was a There was a match between Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio. And that was for the Royal Rumble winner. You know, what happened was Rey Mysterio... This was the charity case Rey Mysterio. Eddie had just died. So WWE decided to push Rey Mysterio to the moon.
Oh, God.
So what they did was...
Don't remind me of that.
They had a match where Rey Mysterio was putting his title shot that he got it from the Royal Rumble on the line with Randy Orton. Randy Orton won this. And it was set to be Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
Yes.
In between that pay-per-view and WrestleMania, Rey Mysterio was reinstated. Mm-hmm. So just because they made the announcement at Elimination Chamber doesn't necessarily mean this is the final card.
Yep.
So CM Punk could still be included in that match for
I hope so, but I'm not going to say his name.
Right.
How will Ryback respond to getting pinned by the Shield?
I saw something interesting. Ryback, Cena tried to talk to Ryback, and Ryback just leave.
I thought he was going to give him a shoulder push or something.
Yeah, right?
That would have been interesting.
It would have been. Would have been interesting.
So, how will Jack Swagger kick off his WrestleMania journey?
It's got to be a celebration.
Yes.
It's gotta
Celebrate, you're going to WrestleMania.
Well, maybe, I don't know, or maybe it could just be a promo because Jack Swagger, this is a different Jack Swagger than we've seen before. He's not doing the all-American
Yes.
thing. He's a patriot now.
Yes, he's a patriot.
He seems to be a no-nonsense type of guy now. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope they build off of that, make him legitimate. Please.
I still love the mustache.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always liked Jack Swagger in the ring. I was that one guy cheering for him at a house show once when he was up against Santino Marella. And, yeah, I just hope they use him right this time. I still can't explain why they had him go on such a ridiculous losing streak last year.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Where did that even come from?
At what point it was ridiculous. Well, Dolph Ziggler looked to cash in before WrestleMania. No.
Unless that's the triple threat match. Think about it. We've been showing what if Rock, Cena, and Punk is the triple threat match.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, maybe what if we were wrong? What if the World Heavyweight title is going to be the one that's decided in a triple threat? You know? Between Del Rio, Jack Swagger, and Dolph Ziggler. Because it's possible that the WWE doesn't have enough faith in Jack Swagger still. And they could just throw in Ziggler.
True.
You know, it's anything can happen at this point. But I guess the question is, will Ziggler leave WrestleMania as the champion?
He's going to be the first one to lose, and the IWC marks are going to cry. Who wants the victory more in the biggest rematch in history? Stop it! The Rock or John Cena?
Is this a question? Obviously, the storyline is John Cena wants it more.
Yes, of course.
Therefore, John Cena will win.
I think this match could be worse than last year's WrestleMania.
You do?
I
Interesting.
think so. I'm calling it right now. We see what they did in the ring. It was horrible.
Well, it'll be interesting to see it from our perspective now.
Yes.
Now that we're going to be there.
Front row, baby. Front row.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have to. We don't have to worry about everyone being too loud because we're going to be at the stadium.
Yes, front row, baby.
And we're going to get to see the crowd for itself. How do they react to everything that's going on? Do they fall asleep, or do people leave before the match? Like like some people have been threatening. But no, obviously the storyline is going to go that Cena wants it more.
Yeah, I know. This may be bad again.
Yeah.
So if Cena wins, getting up, walking out. There's no need to see the celebration.
No, I will stay and watch the celebration.
That looks how you get home.
And you will too, because I'm the one giving you guys a ride back home.
I forgot about that.
So
well, I'll walk home.
I will force you guys to watch the Cena celebration, the Super Cena celebration.
I see you here. Fireworks in the background.
Where at the end of the night, he'll make his own fireworks and fly out of MetLife Stadium. And straight to the Izod Center where the next
right. You just sleep overnight.
The Izod Center should just be booked for a Cena party from the end of WrestleMania to the beginning of Monday Night Raw, and I will attend.
Are we going to that Raw?
I don't know.
Tickets.
I'm talking about the Cena celebration.
Yes, there's a lot on tap WrestleMania weekend. And we are finally, well, they say after the Rumble we're on the road, but as for us going, now we're on the road.
Yeah.
It took us a while, when we got the tickets, hyped up, it took a while to get to this. Now we're just 7 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
And will it fly, or will it take time? I think it's going to fly. Because February is about to end.
If we keep acknowledging that we can't wait for it, it's gonna drag on.
I know.
So we have to pretend that we hate everything about wrestling.
Yes, we hate everything about wrestling. Hate it. So that's pretty much preview for Raw tonight. Hopefully it's good. Like I said, they really have to keep stepping it up with storylines and stuff like that on the way to Mania.
Yeah. The two things that really intrigue me the most, I would say.
Oh, is Punk.
Where are they going to go with Punk, and where are they going to go with the Shield?
So that's all good. Someone said Sheamus and Ryback versus the Shield at WrestleMania. No.
You know what needs to happen? 3MB versus the Shield.
Stop it.
3MB will be the band, the 3-man band that takes out the Shield for good.
You mean the 3-man jobber band?
I don't know who that is.
I get it.
You keep saying that, but I don't know who that is. Are they a team in TNA or something?
You gonna be a big red dork again? Wear that red shirt.
You gotta stop it.
Yesterday.
Unbelievable.
Twins, how cute.
I'm gonna slaughter you on air.
My show. Take that. Wait, I'm sorry, Rob. I have to do this.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I'll owe Rob $1 for that.
He's gonna take that personal.
I know he is. He's a bitch.
Wow.
Boom.
I really hope you heard that, Rob.
Boom.
Wednesday will be an interesting show.
Anyway, he'll be here Wednesday. Also, the NBA All-Star Game happened yesterday.
Oh yeah.
143 to 130. Yay!
We'll summarize it for you guys. Apparently, Kobe Bryant's team beat LeBron James' team.
Yes, that's it.
There you go. There's a summary of it because
because
according to the NBA, that's all we care about.
That's all we care about. That's all we care about.
Well, that's all they care about, actually. There are some legitimate basketball fans out there who do care about the actual game itself. But the NBA has made known that they only care about two people, Kobe Bryant and LeBron James.
Yep. And we got a typical All-Star game.
They're the ones where
a ridiculous score. And pretty much like the NFL and, NBA, they should join as one.
Right.
For every All-Star game, and just the NFL All-Star game or the Pro Bowl 78-40. It's ridiculous.
Right.
There's no defense. There's no offense. There's offense. Make it something, you know?
Right.
Or get rid of it. You know, I've had enough of All-Star games. Especially with scores like these. At least with the MLB, they're battling for something now, you know?
Right.
You know, you have the home field advantage now for the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you're playing for something, you know? So,
right, of course.
But that's, you know, basketball's still on a bye. They will come back for another 2 days and they start up again. But other than that, there's a quick 17 things we learned from this year's pay-per-view. 17. Odd number.
17, yeah.
This would be really quick.
Seems like they were coming up with a top 20,
yes,
but they couldn't come up with 3 more.
Yeah, I know, right? After this, we'll wrap for today. Brodus Clay and Tensai could be a great tag team. We talked about that already.
Yeah, I like it.
Shield gives the best promos. We know that already.
Mm-hmm.
Del Rio slays the Giant. We already know that.
Mm-hmm.
Cesaro is a one bad man. I 100% agree.
Bad in a good way.
Bad in a good way. Since when does Low Blow save a championship?
Since when does Low Blow save it?
Yep.
Disqualification.
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
that simple. What does that even mean?
JBL still rocks. We talked about JBL on the mic. He is awesome. He brings pay-per-views to life.
Yeah.
You know? And I got to bring up one thing. They did plug the app again.
Well, they always have to.
It's ridiculous now. Zeb Coulter. Gotta love him.
Yeah, I do.
On fire right now. Kane and Daniel Bryan are the best. We know that. It's not. You don't have to say it.
Yeah.
You know? Orton is an animal. Nah.
Well, he's the Viper, so
he's the Viper.
A Viper is technically an animal, so yes, I guess so.
Blah.
He did have a good showing.
Yes, he did.
He did have a good showing.
Mark Henry's a beast. Mark Henry's a fatty. Go eat some McDonald's. Go eat some Burger King. Go not be in the WWE, please. Jack Swagger beats them all.
Yeah.
I agree. He's the real winner of this chamber, not Mark Henry. So eat it.
He's the Patriot.
Roman Reigns and versus Sheamus would be an awesome feud. No.
Now this is interesting because what they're saying is already let's get the Shield members into singles matches.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that yet.
Well, I think Ambrose and Rollins could go. I don't know about Reigns, but like I said, he did show in a pressing.
Roman Reigns had a great showing.
Yes, he did.
Another thing that they said was the Shield is a well-oiled machine. I said it throughout yesterday's pay-per-view as a joke, but it's the truth. A very cohesive unit. I know it's scripted or whatever, but they work great together. They really do.
We got Ziggler versus Kofi again. No comment. Caitlyn retains the Divas title. No comment. Gotta love CM Punk's
arrogance. Yeah, I do.
I think it'd be a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. I think CM Punk has lost it a bit since he lost it at some point during this. He's just he was more delusional than arrogant in this this run here, saying that he was still the champion and all that. So
I get you. And foiled again. Yes, Rock beat CM Punk again.
I did that again.
I know. That's why I brought it up again. You big red dork. Anyway.
Oh no. Just one of those days.
Oh, I have to. Matching T-shirts. Unbelievable. Anyway. Unbelievable. Anyway. So that's gonna wrap for today. We'll have the Raw review tomorrow, and probably more breaking news heading into WrestleMania. Whether or not that one guy is gonna show up tonight, and if he doesn't, I have a problem.
Yeah.
And I think we're both gonna have a problem.
And I'm pretty sure, being dead won't be a problem.
Hint, hint.
Yes.
We're not saying his name though, so eat it, Rob. Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, Rob's not here till Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll have NXT. The analyst of NXT.
Yes.
Love it. We have our
official
own
NXT
analyst, and we have the Raw analyst here for tomorrow. Pretty much for every show. So, and pay-per-view. So, like I said, he's here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're here tomorrow. So, I'm John.
This is Ant.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.